Creeping up on me!
Find some damn cover!
Take you out!
Reinforcements incoming. Detecting additional hostile contacts. Serious trauma detected. Heavily armored hostile detected. Immediate medical assistance needed.
Watch this one go!
Taking it!
I'll try to reach them! Holy crap!
Heavily armored hostile detected. Vital signs critical. Heavily armored hostile detected. Immediate medical assistance needed.
For ya! Gotta reload! There's no point fighting back!
Hostile kill squad nearby. Stay alert. Kill squad eliminated.
Doesn't it? Blow them away! There's no point fighting back!
hostiles detected. Heavily armored hostile detected. Serious trauma detected. Agent down. Heavily armored hostile detected. Heavily armored hostile detected. Immediate medical assistance needed.
Alright guys, what is going on? So today I wanted to show you guys a blue screen build with the tipping skills gear set. I don't run a lot of LMGs, but this blue screen paired up with this tipping skills gear set is pretty good, and just really been enjoying this recently for not just retaliation, sorry, just pretty much all content in general. So yeah, let's talk about the build. So I'm running the blue screen. It comes with LMG damage to targets out of cover, and damage to armor. So for the talent, it comes with disruptor rounds. Shooting an enemy marks that enemy and adds stack to the agent up to a count of 50. Shooting a marked enemy refreshes the mark and adds stacks to the agent. When you deploy a non-shield skill, remove all stacks on the agent and all marked targets trigger in effect. So 1 through 10 stacks equals pulse. 1 through 10 stacks pulse mark targets for 5 seconds. 11 through 25 stacks pulse and disrupt mark targets for 5 seconds. 26 through 49 stacks pulse, disrupt, and disorient marked targets for 5 seconds. 50 stacks pulse, disrupt, and disorient marked targets and all hostiles within 10 meters of the marked targets for 5 seconds. This effect will trigger immediately if any marked enemy is killed. So yeah, for the secondary here, we are running the rock and roll. Run whatever you guys want as your secondary, really doesn't matter. And for the pistol as well, I just have the gunner pistol. Again, run whatever you guys want. All right, so for the gear set here, I am running a 4-piece tipping skills. 2 pieces giving me 30% magazine size, 3 pieces giving me 30% LMG damage, and the 4 pieces gives you throttle control. Shooting builds a stacks to a max of 50. Each stack provides 0.5% weapon handling and 4% critical hit damage. Lose 6 stacks per second while not shooting. No stacks are lost if an enemy is suppressed. So on here, I have weapon damage, crit hit damage, and critical hit chance mod. For the holster, I have weapon damage, crit hit damage. For the gloves, I have armor on here and critical hit damage. For the bag, I went with the tipping skills bag on here, giving us the talent snowball. Increases critical hit damage received per stack from 4 to 7. So that's just more DPS on top of what we already have, which is really great. I recommend the bag, but if you guys want to switch it out and run something else, feel free to. But I really do enjoy running the bag for this gear set. And on here I have armor, crit hit damage, and critical hit chance. And then for the knee pads, I went with, again, one of my favorite knee pads that I've been running a lot recently with all my builds. The Turmoil knee pads. These are the named Cheska knees, giving me 8% critical hit chance, weapon damage on here, crit hit chance, and critical hit damage mod. So for the talent, when bewildered, when dealing weapon damage to an enemy, 50% of the damage will be dealt to another enemy within 30 meters instead. When there are no enemies nearby, deal damage normally. Does not apply to armor plates. Again, one of my favorite knee pads to run, just because it kind of spreads your damage out, and if you play right, you can put down more than one enemy at once, which really just helps with getting through content. Just a different way to play, and it's just really great in my opinion. If you guys don't have these knee pads for whatever reason, I definitely would swap the gloves and the knee pads out. So I would run Tipping Scales knee pads, and I would run something like Contractor's gloves if you guys have that, which I'm pretty sure a lot of people do. It's very easy to farm for them, but some people might not have the Turmoil for whatever reason. But yeah. All right, so for the chest, I went with the Grupo Sombra chest piece, giving me 13% critical hit damage. I have weapon damage on here, critical hit chance, crit hit damage, and I put a critical hit chance mod on here. For the talent, I went with Obliterate. Critical hits increase total weapon damage by 1% for 10 seconds, stacks up to 20 times. Again, really great talent. Just for all around DPS. I wanted to do a little bit more DPS on this build instead of survivability. If you guys want more survivability, I would definitely go with something like Unbreakable. As you guys saw, we did go down one time, so running 2 armor cores is pretty risky, especially if you're playing by yourself. That's why I always run a Reviver Hive. So yeah, if you guys want to go a little bit more survivability, I definitely will put Obliterate on here. It'll work just fine. And then for the skill, I'm running a Scanner Pulse skill, because remember, on this blue screen, if you trigger if you deploy a non-shield skill, you'll get that effect on your enemies. So yeah, really great skill here, the Scanner Pulse, not just because of the affected triggers, but also just really helps you see the enemies. You don't get flanked or whatever, especially when you're playing at night. Pretty hard to see the enemies. And yeah, as you guys I want to talk about this a little bit. As you guys may see, a lot of people like to stack crit hit chance mods. Critical hit damage mods on their builds. For me, I personally like critical hit chance mods because it kind of gets me closer to our 60% critical hit chance, but right now we're sitting at 48%, so it's not too bad. I just don't like sitting too low on critical hit chance, so wherever it's needed, I'll put it. As you guys can see here, we're at 130% critical hit damage, which is fine. If you guys want to stack more crit hit damage, feel free to do it. But just my opinion, I feel like the builds work a lot better if you stack as much critical hit chance as you can. Because again, the more times you're gonna crit, the better your DPS output is gonna be. Unless you're running something like our red build, but as you can see here, we're not. So again, it's just me. I like running a lot of critical hit chance mods on my builds, but if you guys want to switch it up on your guys' end, feel free to do it. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Again, this build is really great just for all around content. As you guys can see, it did really well in retaliation against the kill squad, and just against those tanky enemies you get in retaliation, especially when you get those hyena enemies, the guys with the shields. Those guys are really, really tanky. So yeah, but thank all you guys. Sorry, I just want to thank you guys for watching all the videos, and I'll catch you guys later.